Joe, hello. The central defenders ahead of you are falling like flies at the moment, but is there still the depth needed to do the job over the next couple of games, do you think?
Yeah, of course. I think we can do that in most positions, and centre half definitely. It's always nice when you can bring someone like Jolyon in. Obviously, Colks has played a few games now, and Stevie Taylor's been, 21s. He's done 1,000 caps for them, and he's been brilliant for Newcastle this year. So I don't think there's any worries. I think it's good. Obviously, we're disappointed to lose the players we've lost, but we've got some good centre halves in and some great opportunities.
Was Jolyon a little unlucky not to be named in the first place? I mean, I know he's not been always starting for City, but he's never let England down, has he?
No, he's never let anyone down. But I'm biased. I'm a big Jolyon Lescott fan, on and off the field. So for me, it's nice to see him come into the setup. But I think we all appreciate that England's a hard squad to get into, and sometimes you're not always going to get in.
Are you pleased to see Ben Foster back in the international setup?
Yeah, it's great to see Ben. Ben's a consistent performer, someone who I'll get on well with, on when we train and to play against. And yeah, it's good. It's good to have keepers like that around. You look around, there's 3 top quality keepers. There's obviously Jack. John's injured. Everywhere you look, there's a good talent. And
do you feel he is the sort of keeper who's good enough to really push you?
Yeah, I felt that every time I've come away with England. I felt that was my job. Before, when I was first involved, was to really push hard, and I think we were talking today whilst training that we all train like we're going to play. We train hard and we push each other, and it's really good. And I don't think if any one of the 3 played, then I think we'd be in a strong position.
If you start Friday, I suppose many will look at you and say you've got the easiest job of all, but in a sense you haven't, have you? Because presumably you have very little to do, and therefore concentration is going to be key.
Yeah, I just checked up on them. Hoped they'd scored a goal recently, but they still haven't. So that kind of hoodoo. Someone's going to concede against them, and hopefully, if I'm playing, that won't be me. But the main focus of the game is to win, and if they do, they do. But hopefully, we'll score more, and it's more important the group rather than looking silly.
Tiny little ground. It'll be a small crowd as well. It'll be a different experience, won't it, for England? Yeah, I
think that's the beauty of international football. We can all go to the stadiums in front of 85,000, mad, passionate football fans, and then you've still got to go and do the hard yards, and you're almost on your own. It's us against them out in northern Italy, and it'll be interesting. Another one to tick off, and hopefully we can get 3 points, like I say. And the grand scheme of things is to get in that World Cup.
Could that be a night where the creative players are going to have an extra role to try and break down their defence?
Yeah, you'd like to think so, and I'd like to think we've got the quality to do that. So I think whoever gets on that starting 11 will look to push forward. But obviously we've got to keep it in mind that we need to do the result.
You clearly won't underestimate San Marino, but really this is all about Montenegro in a sense, isn't it? And the importance of that game, given that they're 2 points clear at the top.
Yeah, it is big. It's an exciting game for us. It's almost getting to the stage of we're almost like we're in the World Cup in our group now, and we've got to perform. Basically, we've been out there before. Last year we let a 2-goal lead go, and I don't know. You could accuse us of taking our foot off the gas because we only needed a draw, but that's not going to be the case this time. We go there with intentions of doing well. 95 minutes of hard football against a good footballing nation in a really intimidating arena.
And to be fair, you were down to 10 for part of that second half, and they knew a point would have got them in the playoffs for the first time. So there was quite a lot specifically at stake that night, wasn't there?
Yeah, definitely. But I think that's going to be the same sort of attitude to the game on Tuesday. But like we say, we've got Friday to come first. Hopefully we'll get some good performances going into that, keep everyone fit, and then we'll let it take care of itself.
In an ideal world, England would be played 4 and won 4, but it's 1-2, drawn 2, lost none. Fairly relaxed and happy about the situation you're in at this stage of the qualifying campaign?
It is what it is. Ideally, like you say, 4 wins, 1,000 goals and none conceded would be ideal, but it's not how it is. Everyone's trying to get in this World Cup. It's a great thing to be in. Nations are getting stronger. I think that proves all around the world if you look through the qualifying groups, and that's no different in ours. So we feel that we're good enough to do it, and we've just got to actually do it on the field rather than in press conferences like this.